Hey guys, today is day 19 of the trading day, and unfortunately, it was a loss. It was $112 loss. I took a loss on British pound, US dollar. Um, this morning, took a trade. It was a short position on the previous trend setup, and as the price went back up and retested the level, um, during the same time, there was a release of the British pound services PMI, which is a very important indicator to the performance and the economic performance of the British pound, and it showed positive results. Uh, but my trading setup was a short. So if I'm shorting the British pound US dollar, I am shorting the British pound, and I'm trying to buy the US dollar. And this means that I'm a negative bias on the British pound, which the results and the fundamental news shows that I should be bullish. However, that fundamental news that was just released was an orange indicator. It was a medium impact news, so it wasn't a red impact news on Forex Factory. So I thought, well, it doesn't usually wouldn't affect the prices that much, right? And so I'm just gonna take the trade, which was really close because the trade almost hit my stop loss. My stop loss is 10 pips at the start. It almost hit my stop loss by reaching 9 pips. So was it 9 pips? Yeah, it almost reached my stop loss by reaching 9 pips. So if I used a 7 pip stop loss, I would have been stopped out immediately. And so the reason isn't because that the scheduled news was medium impact, but accompanying the scheduled news, there was a breaking news talking about the same news that was scheduled, but then it's in high red impact. And there are three circumstances that we don't trade. Number one, when the level is tested within 3 pips and has a reaction of 8 pips. Number two, we're gonna not trade if there's a red impact scheduled economic release. Number three, we cannot trade if there's high impact news. And since the high impact news was placed there, I should have taken a trade, but I did not see it prior to that. I did not attempt to check the breaking news prior to that, and it was only after I entered the trade that I checked the breaking news. Logically, according to the strategy, I should have gotten out immediately at break even, but I let it play. I let it play out by moving my stop loss, by adjusting everything, and ruining the trade management strategy that I initially set up for myself, and it was losing trade. So let's jump in and let's discuss about it.
Hey guys, I'm in San Francisco right now, so that's why there's some delay in the video. So let's get straight into today's review. And as you guys can still hear, uh, I'm still a little sick right now, so please bear with me. I'm gonna get better very soon, and I'll be returning back to my normal voice in no time. So let's go straight into today's review. So if we first look at the first pair, there are no trading setups on the Euro USD. We see that there's a slight volume accumulation setup here, followed by an aggressive selling action, but the action of selling wasn't that aggressive and it did not really intrigue me. So we're putting this trading setup away. Let's go on to Australian dollar US dollar. So there was a volume accumulation setup right here before the prices shot all the way up. We draw a level right here because we believe that as prices come back down, these buyers will be defending their positions and prices would further push all the way back up. As you can see right here, that the tip of this price is at 67.42. 67.42, and the level is 67.37. So, So that's so that's around 5 pips. So 5 pips of action is since prices are still, you know, within 5 pips, it doesn't really affect the overall level. It's still not considered tested by our standards. So when prices come back down, we're going to enter a long position. There are currently no setups of the US dollar, Canadian dollar, and so we're going to skip that as well. US dollar, Swiss franc. US dollar, Swiss franc showed tremendous gains today. We can see an uptrend in this top chart starting to form compared to last week's downtrend. So if we look at this trade right here, there's a really strong volume accumulation setup right here. This is a setup where a lot of buyers are entering the positions right here, especially institutional buyers. Thus, later on, they push the price all the way up. Now, we believe that as prices come back down, these these institutional buyers would be defending their positions here, and prices would go all the way back up in return and bounce off. Now, as you can see, I drew this line right here, but it's the level that is not at the highest, or the largest volume bar. The largest volume bar is at 96.97, but I placed it at 96.93, 4 pips away. Why? Because I see that there are lots of high, strong volume bars, 1, 2, and 3, and I'm afraid that prices might come down. Even if I put my level here, I'm afraid that prices might touch this level, but since there were a lot of heavy volumes down there, the price would come all the way down and touch these levels and test these levels before going up. And since this level is 96.96, if it comes right down right here, it would be 96.86. That's a 10 pip downward move for a buy order, and that would hit our stop loss. And so in order to do that, I've changed the mode where it actually shows the average volume distribution, and so I placed this level at the highest average volume distribution, and which is at 96.93. So this is a very important level, and as price comes back down and touches this level, we're going to get in with a buy order. Similar thing happened in the US dollar, Japanese yen. As you can see, we're placing the level right now at the largest volume. If we switch the mode, it's also at a similar level, so there's double confirmation as to the strength of this level. Same thing happens, volume accumulation where there's rotation happening with buyers putting in their orders and then finally pushing the prices all the way up right here. We believe that as prices come back down and retest this level, we're going to have a bounce of more than 10 pips and prices will continue to shoot to towards the upside. So this is basically the gist of what happened today. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. Also subscribe, like, comment on this video, and I hope to see you guys soon.